I was initially sent to what's called CRC in Ohio. It's Correctional Reception Center. And because of my past history as a police officer, I was placed in what's called protected custody. And they don't have protected custody there, so they put me in the hole. Now, the hole is where people go when they are violent or they're on some type of disciplinary action. So I go to the hole. This is in uh, July and August, and there's no AC in there.
2023.
2024,
Mhm.
and there's no AC. So I remember one of the corrections officers. He would come through with this handheld thermometer, and he's required to take the temperatures inside these cells. And this guy, and I'm not going to use his name because I don't want to get him in trouble or anything. But he was really cool. He was a great guy. He was in it for the right reasons. He truly cared about people, and you could tell. And there weren't many corrections officers that did. And I asked him. I said, "Hey," I said, "what's the temperature in my cell?" And he kind of looks around to see if anybody's listening, and he leans in. He says, "It's 118 degrees." And I said, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah." And this is the only corrections officer also that would come by and throw bags of ice under your door. And I would take these bags of ice and I would place them in my groin area. I'd place them under my armpits on my bunk and try to cool off. It was it was so hot in there to where you just felt like you were melting the entire time. But I was there for 7 weeks. And once I was transferred to my home prison, I was transferred to Toledo, and it's a maximum security prison. But it's the only place in the state that has a real protected custody unit. And I was told I had to be placed into PC for a minimum of 180 days before I can go somewhere else. That way they can make sure that there's no credible threats against my safety or my life. And so I was placed into a cell. I was by myself in this cell, and now I'm in there, former law enforcement officer. I'm in there with uh, child predators. I'm in there with people that's committed acts of homicide, serial rapist, and I felt like my life is over. There's nothing I'm going to be able to do. I don't know how I'm going to recover from this because now I'm wearing a label. I'm an abuser. I'm a kidnapper. I hurt somebody, and I have no idea what I'm going to do with myself when I get out. And so I'm starting to have these thoughts again, where I just want to unalive myself. I want to end it. And I knew I had the potential to get out on that judicial release. Well, after my 180 days was up, they transferred me to another prison, and I ended up going to Allen Correctional in Lima, Ohio, which was a